Hi, my people. This one hits me, my people. Una do hear this update. You know our popular Kanyanmata seller for IG na Jaruma. Jaruma don't reveal. She says she was introduced to hard drug by Katina, popularly billionaire wife, and this late plastic surgeon wey just buy of recent wey never too tey. He say Katina, popularly billionaire wife, then introduce the both of them to hard drug. Then make her come dey run score one certain time. Una know say if una can remember, una know say the rumor come out say Jaruma dey run score. So Jaruma don come out now, come let us know say see the reason why she run score. Say Katina, popularly billionaire wife, introduce her to hard drug. The thing come affect her, wetin she never do once for her life. Chai, my people, this life no balance, so and make it good. Then when you are making friends, you look for the good ones, the one that will impact your life, not be the one wey go come destroy your life. Like this Katina now, if you want destroy this Jaruma life, na just God na stand for am. Ha, na wow, my people. Man, leave una make na watch the Jaruma video wey come take talk how Katina take introduce them to hard drug. Guys, leave your opinion on the comment section. Guys, let's watch this video together. Let's go.
Hi everyone, this is a Stella Domingo exclusive. I can only do this for SDK. So what happened, it actually started with the poor billionaire's wife, you know. When the friendship started, a lot of people warned me, and like people were like, she does drugs, so I should be careful so that she doesn't initiate me, you know. So I jokingly said, oh, something I didn't do in secondary school, something I didn't do in university, is it now after getting married and after having kids that I'll do it, you know. So I just laughed it off. I didn't take it serious. I'll be like, no, you guys, don't worry, I'll be safe. And yeah, like the way people said, okay, so she does loud, that's the drug that she takes. So, and just like people predicted, you know, she was like, everything I'm going to say in this Stella Domingo exclusive, I'm going to post on my page videos so that you can see petitions to the IG of police, and then those I sued to courts and stuff like that, everything. So as we're going, I'm going to be uploading everything so that you can see. So it first initially started with the drinking of alcohol. I'm a Muslim, so I can't drink alcohol, so I'm going to post a video where she's like, no, Jeremy, you have to drink this, Queen J, you have to drink this alcohol, you have to drink it, you know. She kept on trying to pass it over to me, and you have to go, you know. And I did all my best to like wiggle my way out of the situation. And I know, you know, now I can't drink, I'm a Muslim and stuff like that, so that one passed. So normally days when she's like, oh, like maybe she passes loud to me, and I'm like, no babe, I'm good, thanks. I wasn't judging her then, I still don't judge her now, you know. So everybody has their own situation. This is my own story, and this is how everything started. So one day I went over to visit her, and then I saw like all of them with a lot of balloons, and in my head I was wondering, what are grown adults doing with balloons, you know. And then she was like, yo Kunja, you need to try this, so she did the instrument, you know, and then she blew up the balloon, and then she put it in my mouth, and she said, just inhale it, just breathe it in. And I did, and guys, I just felt like half of my brain just died. I was standing, so I started falling to my knees. I was falling like gently, gradually to my knees, and then my mouth shifted to the left, and then I started drooling, you know. So I just, when I go on my knees, I just lay down on the ground, and you know, I didn't even know where I was, like how, you know how it is. And then she was like, yeah, that's it, that's the feeling, that's the first time I felt that. This is what happens to everyone the first time you do it, but by the time you do it like 4 times, 5 times, you're gonna get used to, your system will get used to it, and then you're gonna become a professional. So after a while after I got myself back from the floor, I was really upset because I told her that, you know, I refused to take alcohol from her, I refused to take loud from her. So I was really upset that she still had to find a way to give me the balloon, you know. And then I'm my mother's only child, so I've always been afraid of doing this, like since secondary school and university. It's like, it's gonna kill my mom, it's gonna kill my mom, you know. I'm an only child, so I can't afford to like take any chances and stuff like that. So I was so mad. And then that was when I left, though. That was the last time I spoke to her face to face, like live, like in person. I was so upset, and I never spoke to her again after that. So I left. I left angrily. Then a few months later, there was a doctor. We saw a news on news platforms that someone went for BBL, and everybody was so angry with the doctor. They said her name is Dr. Anu, that Dr. Anu was quack, you know, she's not a good doctor, she killed someone and stuff like that. So she reached out to me on Instagram. I had never met her before, never spoken to her before. She reached out to me on Instagram DM, and she's like, oh Jaruma, look at everything that's happening. It's such, like, I can't believe it, this person died, it wasn't my fault, like that. So I just like consoled her. I said, oh, don't worry, everything will be fine. I was in Dubai then. So I decided to come to Nigeria, and then when I came to Nigeria, she was the first person to come and see me. So when she came to see me, it was the same thing, you know, the same crying and everything. She felt so bad about the person dying and how everybody's attacking her. Oh, Jaruma, they're trying to bring me down, they're trying to bring down my business and tarnish my image. And I said, don't worry, everything's going to be okay, because even the best doctors in the world have had patients that died. You know, life and death is in the hands of the creator and stuff like that. So we talked in general, we talked about life, we talked about business, we talked about relationships, marriages, divorce, kids and everything. And she was like, babe, if I do an injection for you, you know, you're going to sleep like you've never slept before. You're gonna forget all your problems. And I'm like, oh, you don't mean it? She's like, yeah. So, you know, she's a medical doctor, so I didn't really think anything negative of it, right? And then she was like, bring your hand, bring her. I was sitting on the couch, and then she was like, come to your bed, come and sit on your bed, come and sit on your bed. I sat on my bed, and then she took my hand, and then she pushed in the injection. And the moment she started the injection, I just felt something from the back of my neck, like this, down to my shoulder, back of my shoulder. I was like, you know, like the body had felt something it had never felt before. And as she was doing it, I was just like collapsing, like going down to my bed. And then I was knocked out, you know. So I don't want to like exaggerate or so, but I think I was knocked out for like, it's really very difficult for me to talk about it, very emotional, you know. It's serious trauma for me. It's not something I want to talk about, and like I can only do this for SDK, Stella Jamikoko. She's the only one I can like do this for, you know. So it's such a terrible experience, and you know how I was trapped into it, you know. So I was knocked out for like 2 weeks, you know. I wouldn't like I would turn around, maybe Maltina, bite bread, you know, but I could not like get up from the bed or sit down or like stand on my feet for like 2 weeks. So that was just how it started. It's actually a very long story. I'm gonna give it more like in details, but this is like the first maybe 8 minutes or 12 minutes for SDK. And then, you know, that was it. And then after 2 weeks, I was able to get myself back, and I was like trying to go to work, check the factory, the workers, my staff and everything like that. And after like 3 weeks, I think something had happened, and I just said to myself, oh, I don't think I want to do this, I just want to rest and I want to sleep. And then I now called her, that's Dr. Anu, and I think I sent her like to 820k. That was the first time I had actually purchased it from her. And then she came and she did some rounds for me of the injection and stuff like that, and then that was it. And then I just like started spiraling down. I just didn't even care about going to work anymore. I didn't want to walk. It was just about, you know, the injections. Such a terrible experience, very difficult experience. You haven't seen me in like 3 years, you know, so I had to like take 3 years off to get well, and then take a very long break. So that's how it started. And then the spiraling down. I didn't want to walk, I didn't want to do anything. It was just all about that. And then when I tried to stop, when I tried to stop, I became very sick. I started vomiting and purging, and my body would be shaking like I have like a fever or malaria or typhoid. Like I would become very sick, and then the only time you would get well is if you do the injection again. So true. It's very difficult to talk about. Such a terrible experience. It's something I don't ever want to remember in my life like that. It's terrible experience. Yeah. So I would get really sick, so I had to go back and do the injection again. And then there was something else I wanted to tell you about that, about falling sick and everything. So at a point, so when you do it, you get well, you feel better, then you now sleep. And when you wake up from sleep, you feel just so sad and just so depressed and just so fed up, right? So I just got tired of it, and then so this is what happened. So I'll show you, like, when you have malaria, so one glass is called one ampoule. So one ampoule stopped working, I started doing 2 ampoules, 2 stopped working, I started doing 3 ampoules, 3 stopped working, I started doing, so when I did 5, I started, like jacking, and foam was coming out of my mouth, my eye was going back. Subhanallah. My eyes were, the black was going back, you could only see the white. Foam was coming out of my mouth, and like when you have epilepsy and they have to put like a spoon in your mouth. So they didn't put a spoon in my mouth, so I chewed my mouth and my tongue. So by morning it was like really swollen everywhere.